trying to work out now?
Just the semantics of a system so that I don't have to worry about we want the pictures out. We want the pictures available to the public. We want the dogs available to the public. Right now, to be honest with you, Mayor, this has been a month since we met last time. Yesterday or Friday, the website came up. Today, the dogs started being updated. There are no pictures on the City Hall bulletin board, on the Police Department bulletin board, anywhere. Yet I've got pictures of every single dog. I do not understand why I can do this and the city can't get it done. I do this in my spare time on my lunch hour. I email them to Dee and we keep them updated. We've had them on the internet for 3 weeks. I don't understand why it's not being done.
One of the things that it's my understanding is what we're operating here is a holding facility. You know, we're not operating a dog pound. Your facility is required to hold a dog that we pick up 5 days. After that time, I have extended an additional 2 days.
I noticed they're being held longer, and I appreciate that.
You know, for your conveniency.
Right.
But a lot of the things that we're discussing here is a little beyond a holding facilities.
So would you accept help from Franklin Animal Rescue to turn the dogs over at that point, or to keep the dogs from being killed? Because it's a terrible system in an organized society that spends tens of thousands of dollars on animals, pet care every year, to continue to we just hold them and we take them to be killed because we clean out the pens. We capture them, we hold them enough days, you didn't hold mine enough days, and then we go have it killed because the pens are full. That's a terrible system.
Kim, is Franklin Rescue, or they say
Animal
they will
Rescue.
take all our dogs after 5 days?
They can't.
No, I'm just saying. That
Right. They cannot.
We do not have enough. We have to follow the law just like y'all have to follow the law as far as meeting the specifications for foster homes or dogs inside the city limits. We do not have enough foster homes. Russell used to call us every week. He called every week.
You're saying Russell called y'all to take the dogs and
No,
couldn't take them?
Russell called us to tell us how many dogs he was having to take to Western Road. I told Russell, my foster homes are full, my pens are full. Until we get some of our dogs adopted out, it's pointless to call me. That's why Russell doesn't call me every week now to tell me how many are going. We are limited. One of our foster homes has been shut down.
Yeah. Well, I was just trying to find out because Kim said something about us turning our dogs over to your facility.
Well, we have not only them, but right now, Bees Beauties, Bridget Fletcher, has requested 2 of the dogs that are in the pen. She does want those. And so now we're up against the hurdle of, is she going to have to pay for the spay or neuter
Sure she is.
before... No, they won't be her dogs. She's going to foster those for them to be adopted through her. She has a grooming service in Baskin.
Okay, are you suggesting that the town pay for the neutering and the spaying of these dogs and the upkeep of them?
No, I'm suggesting that we make every effort to save the dogs, and for her in particular or anyone else that has a credible business to make every effort. Let's don't say why we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't make them accessible to the public because somebody will get bitten. It never has happened. We can't have her. I'm only yelling because she can't.
Well,
this thing won't work.
You know, our problem is a liability problem too, Kim,
Right.
I think everyone on this council, I guess I'm speaking to y'all, that we want to save as many puppies and dogs as we can. But we have a problem in our town. We've had it for 10 years. Dogs running loose, dogs with disease, vicious dogs, but some good dogs too. Don't get me wrong. I've got a lot of compassion for dogs, but we still, you know, I know I've worked on it for over a month, trying to work with the chief and Alice and Russell, trying to get a procedure to get these dogs adopted out. Matter of fact, I think Roxy was trying to get hold of Chris this week to see if he could work out something to have them, some kind of shots given and spay them so people could adopt them. And we're really trying to work with you guys.
How hard is it to take a picture of a dog and present
Oh,
it?
well, we're not talking about the pictures, Tommy. We're talking about trying
Somebody
to get
needs
these
to
dogs.
see the dogs.
Well, and I think they're talking about those. I'm talking about our dogs. We're trying to get them adopted out. And nobody wants to put animals to sleep, I don't think, do we?
No.
I mean, we don't. And
I have one more question. I want to ask Russell, what is the procedure for neutering a dog? I'm asking Russell, what is the procedure for neutering a dog?
For what?
For neutering a dog?
I think our procedure, and we just started it.
I mean, how do you physically, if I brought him a dog to have it neutered, what would he do?
We take it to Dr. Chris, or we take it
And he
to.
would, I'm asking Russell if you don't mind.
I have to. This is our attorney. You know, he represents the town of Winsboro.
Right,
And all of us.
right. And I love Tab and respect
And
Tab.
Kim, I love you too, and what I'm trying to
ask
say
Russell a
is,
question.
Russell he should operate under our ordinance and the rules set forth by the mayor and the council. And now, the rules are, if someone wants to adopt an animal, he's to do everything within his power to see that it's done. Am I correct, Russell?
Yes, sir.
And he's to tell the person, you can adopt any dog here, but you've got to go out and see Dr. Sullivan or Dr. Galvin or the other vet,
Okay.
and then pay to have it shots and neutered.
Right, and we discussed all that. I'm trying to get the answer to one question, which is a yes or no question. Can I have a dog neutered with a shot? Yes or no? Russell, can I have my dog neutered with a shot? Yes or no? He doesn't know the answer to the question.
I think that the city has gone far beyond with the dogs today, and I've been working on dogs for the last 3 weeks. I've gotten adoption forms. We've agreed to adopt, and when there's no room for the dog, I've called Miss Kimbrough this week. I've called Bridget this week. I've had 6 dogs, 5 to 6 dogs, with nowhere to go this week, and I've called every time to ask them if they wanted them, and one of them, I think they took. The other ones, they didn't have any room for. And as far as the pictures going up, the website just went up on Friday. Last month when we were at the city council meeting, we had not paid for the services yet. So since that time, we paid for the services, and they're going up. And they're not up as fast as you would have them to be, but after the pictures are up, you know, and adoption forms are in place, which they are factual, the adoption forms with the exception of one. I feel like the city is doing everything that they can, and whether or not Russell knows what a neutering is, I don't think that's. I don't really think that, you know, that's not going to work for the betterment of the dogs. Just, you know, just to be honest, you know, because he's not going to neuter the dog or spay the dog, you know. And I understand what you're saying, and I don't know what the effort of the question is, but I think they've gone far beyond, and I might be out of place.
Closing remarks too. Because I do want to apologize for dominating the meeting. That's not my intent. I was dragged into this because of our situation. We didn't choose to be a part of this. I do respect you, Tab, and I appreciate what you do, and I respect your efforts, Mayor Johnson, toward fixing the problem, because you and Alice have. I do want to acknowledge that. You guys have made steps in that direction. I'm frustrated because it's not as quickly as I'd like for it to be happening. It's not happening that fast. If you will agree to meet with us in a committee to get these issues resolved outside the council meeting with the 1 or 2 members present as we go along, and then hand it over to the person who's being paid to do this, that would be a wonderful progression of events.
And Kim, I'd like